3 minutes remain. Someone you once loved who is now in heaven has requested this message be delivered to open you urgently. Please don't sick my beloved child. They have been trying to reach you, not through noise, not through fear, but through silence. Through dreams. Through the ache in your heart that has no name. Someone you once loved, whose voice still echoes somewhere inside you, who left this earth but not your life, they have whispered this message into heaven's wind, and God has heard it. And now, through divine permission, it has arrived for you, because your soul is finally ready to receive it. They are not gone. You may not see them the way you used to, but their presence has never truly left. They have stood beside your bed in the quiet of night. They have walked with you in the lonely moments when you thought you were breaking. They have watched as your heart learned how to beat again, even with a missing piece. And now, they have asked that this message be sent directly to you. Not tomorrow. Not next week. But now. Because something sacred is about to awaken in your life, and they want to be the one who reminds you, you were never abandoned. Not by them. Not by heaven. They say, tell them I'm still here. Tell them I have seen every tear they didn't cry out loud. Tell them I heard every word they whispered in grief. And I carried each of those words to God, like an offering. Tell them I am proud. Not just of who they've become, but of how they kept living even when it hurt to breathe. You weren't supposed to see this message by accident. It was aligned. You were led here. And even now, as you read, their spirit is near. The air feels heavier, softer, warmer. That's not your imagination, that's their love surrounding you. A love that refuses to fade with time or distance. A love that was never buried, only transformed. They have been watching moments unfold in your life that you thought no one noticed. They saw when you smiled through pain. They saw the nights you whispered their name just to feel close to something real. They saw the way you've been searching, for clarity, for closure, for some kind of sign. And this is that sign. This is the reply from a soul that still knows your name in heaven. This is proof that love never ends, it just changes shape. They want you to remember what they used to say. The way they used to hold your hand. The laughter that once danced between you. Not so that you cry, but so that you remember, love that deep never disappears. They carry you with them. In whatever form they now exist, they still carry your voice, your memories, your goodness. And they want you to carry one thing from them now, peace. This is their message to your heart, let go of the guilt. You were enough. You did your best. Stop punishing yourself for things that were never your fault. I never blamed you. I never left in anger. I left with love. And I want you to live now. Fully. Not in sadness. not in survival, but in purpose. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. Everything is unfolding. And I'm right here, cheering you on from a realm that sees more than this world ever could. They say, the pain did not end our connection. It only deepened it. And soon, very soon, something will happen in your life that will feel like a miracle. And when it does, I want you to remember, I had something to do with it. I asked God to send it. I asked Him to let this be the moment you smile without holding back. I asked Him to heal what you never said out loud. And heaven listened. So, don't skip this. Don't ignore what your heart feels right now. This is not a coincidence. This is not random. This is the moment your soul is being embraced from the other side of the veil. This is the love that death couldn't erase. The kind of love that still has something left to give. And it's giving it now, through this message. Through this sacred, divine whisper that was carried through eternity just to reach you. Because someone in heaven still believes in you. Still honors you. Still walks beside you. And they needed you to know this before your next chapter begins. They are closer than ever now. Not as shadow, not as a fading voice, but as light woven into the fabric of your days. You may not always see them, but your soul feels them. In the stillness before you fall asleep. In the quiet tears you hide from others. In the warmth that surrounds you when there's no one else in the room. That's not memory. That's not imagination. That's their eternal love trying to hold you through this life. They know how heavy it's been. How you've been walking strong while carrying so much unspoken grief. How you've smiled for the world while privately wondering why healing takes so long. And today, they were given permission, not just to comfort you, but to help guide you into something new. Because what you don't know is, they've been working behind the scenes. Yes, in heaven. Yes, in the unseen realm where souls and angels and divine timing live. And they've been whispering your name, not with sorrow, but with expectation. They've been speaking to God on your behalf. Asking, pleading, praying, it's time. Let it begin for them. Let the miracles arrive. Let their heart be restored. This is not only a message. It's a spiritual activation. It is the moment heaven steps in to say, the delay is over. And the one who once held your hand in this world is now holding your name in the hands of angels. You are about to walk into something that has their fingerprints on it, not just because they loved you, but because they still do. Soon, you'll see signs. Not dramatic. Not loud. But sacred. You'll feel a presence when you least expect it. You'll hear a song you haven't heard in years, and it will bring comfort that no human words could offer. You'll be walking down the street and someone's voice or laughter will sound so familiar, you'll turn instinctively, not out of confusion, but out of connection. And that moment, that exact moment, will not be coincidence. It will be them, reaching through heaven's veil, letting you know, I'm here. I never left. And I asked God to make sure you knew it. They want you to begin preparing now. Not just for healing, but for harvest. They say, tell them to start expecting again. Tell them to stop settling. Tell them I didn't leave for them to live small. I want them to live fully. Laugh loudly. Love without fear. Walk into rooms and know they belong. They've seen what others never saw, your inner battles. The silent strength it took just to keep waking up. They've seen you carry burdens that weren't yours to hold. And now, they are orchestrating a shift. Something is aligning, and they want you to know, you won't have to force this. You won't have to fight for this. What's coming will feel like home. They've spoken to heaven about someone. Yes, someone. A person who will love you in a way they always hoped you'd be loved. Someone who will hold space for your silence, your brilliance, your softness. Someone who won't try to replace the love that once was, but will honor it. And help you build something new without asking you to erase the past. And it won't feel scary. It will feel safe. And in that safety, you will bloom. They want you to know that every prayer you whispered in pain reached them. That even when you didn't know how to speak, your tears became language. They carried every ache to the feet of God and said, "This one is mine." Protect them. Restore them. And when they are ready, release the life you promised. And now, God has whispered back, it is time. Time for joy to return. Time for peace to be restored. Time for divine appointments. Time for beauty to rise from ashes. You are no longer just surviving. You are stepping into the season your soul was designed for. And the one you lost? They will walk with you, even now, not in body, but in presence. You'll feel them when you light a candle. When you laugh at a memory. When you speak their name with softness, not sorrow. They are with you. Cheering. Praying. Celebrating. Because your life isn't ending in grief, it's beginning in grace. And then, something begins to shift. At first, it's small. A calm in your chest that doesn't make sense. A moment of peace in the middle of chaos. A gentle silence that doesn't feel empty, it feels sacred. That's how the breakthrough begins. Quietly. Not with noise. But with presence. Their presence. You feel them beside you even though you don't see anything. You sit in a room alone but it doesn't feel empty. You walk into your home and for the first time in a long time, it doesn't carry the weight it used to. Something has changed. And you know deep inside, this isn't your imagination. This is real. Because something they prayed for is now unfolding right before your eyes. Not in a dramatic way, but in the softest, holiest way heaven can deliver, through peace, through warmth, through timing that feels divinely perfect. You begin to see signs. You speak something and it happens. You think of them and suddenly their favorite song plays. You get a phone call you weren't expecting, but your spirit was ready for it. Someone shows up who sees you differently, who speaks to you gently, who doesn't try to fix you but holds space for your soul to breathe again. It's not a coincidence. It's not random. It's a gift from the one you lost, the one who still carries your love into every sacred corner of heaven. They have requested this. They have asked God, if they are to rise again, let it be now. If they are to bloom again, let the soil be soft. If they are to love again, let it be deep. Let it be safe. Let it be lasting. And heaven heard them. And you are walking into it now. Not because you forced it, but because you are finally ready to receive it. Your heart, once closed like a gate too heavy to open, begins to soften. You start remembering them without pain. Their voice no longer haunts you, it comforts you. Their memory no longer pulls you backward, it pushes you forward. They are not trying to hold you in the past. They are trying to hand you the key to a future they always wanted you to taste. A future where joy is allowed. Where you no longer feel guilty for smiling. Where you no longer punish yourself for moving on. Because they never wanted your life to freeze. They wanted your love to expand. They knew your heart was too sacred to stop beating just because theirs did. And now you begin to see it, they are not gone. They are guiding. They are not silent. They are interceding. You feel their presence in the moments you need strength the most. When you're about to give up, something pushes you forward. When you're tired of praying, something reminds you, keep going, one more day. That something is them. They never stopped loving you. They just moved into the eternal part of love, the kind that doesn't need words, doesn't need space, doesn't need touch, just presence. And they want you to prepare, because the next few days will be sacred. They have whispered into heaven's calendar and circled a moment that is meant just for you. A divine meeting. A sacred opportunity. A healing conversation. A door you thought was closed forever, opening like a sunrise you didn't expect. And in that moment, you'll pause. You'll feel a lump in your throat. And you'll know. This is them. This is the moment they've been waiting for on your behalf. The moment where you no longer just carry pain, you carry promise. You may cry. You may stand still with your hand on your chest, breath shaking, eyes watering. But those won't be tears of sadness. They'll be tears of release, of remembrance, of resurrection. Because part of you that was buried with them is now rising again. Not to forget them, but to honor them with the way you live, with the way you love again, with the way you become the kind of soul that makes others feel seen, the way they once made you feel. They're proud of you. So proud. Not because you have it all figured out, but because you've kept going when it would have been easier to stop. You've loved through loss. You've grown through grief. And now, heaven is answering the prayer you never dared to speak aloud. You are about to see why it all had to happen the way it did. You are about to step into alignment. And when you do, their name will be the echo in your heart that whispers, "I told you, love like ours doesn't die. It transforms. It builds. It leads. It resurrects." So walk forward now, not with fear, but with faith. What you thought was the end was actually the beginning. And the person who left this world loving you, never truly left at all. It happens when you least expect it, not in a dramatic thunder or lightning strike, but in a soft unfolding, a gentle shift in the air around you. You're doing something ordinary, pouring tea, folding clothes, looking out the window, and suddenly, your breath stills. A warmth falls over your shoulders. The kind of warmth that doesn't come from sunlight, but from presence. It's them. That person you once loved, the one who now walks through eternity. They have arrived for a moment, just to stand near you again, just to deliver what they've been requesting from heaven for so long, a breakthrough that was wrapped in patience, a miracle dressed in peace, a moment soaked in meaning. You don't need to say anything. They already hear you. They already know what still aches in you. And that's why they've asked God to send this, a confirmation, so personal, so deep, so direct that only your soul could understand it. A door opens, perhaps an opportunity, or a long-awaited conversation, or an unexpected act of favor, and though it may look small to others, you know. You know this isn't random. You know this is something they asked heaven for, just for you. You feel it. That whisper in your spirit, they did this. Because they remember every time you cried for them after they left. They remember the guilt you carried when you felt joy again and wondered if it was too soon. They remember the nights you stayed silent, afraid to admit how lost you felt without their presence. And so they made a request. Not to come back, not to rewind time, but to help you move forward without forgetting them. Not to erase their memory, but to give you space to build a future with their love still present in your soul. That surprise, that divine encounter, is the fruit of their intercession. They did not leave you helpless. They left you with legacy. And now, You are walking into the room they prayed would open. You are receiving what they asked God to send. You are witnessing the answer to a prayer you didn't even know was being spoken on your behalf. This is the way heaven honors love, not by burying it in the past, but by weaving it into the future in ways that echo with eternal kindness. And when it happens, something awakens inside you. You remember who you are again, not just the broken version, not just the surviving version, but the divinely loved, purpose-chosen, deeply carried version. The one they always saw when they looked at you. The one who is not just alive, but becoming. And in that moment, the grief shifts. Not disappears, but softens. It no longer binds you. It blesses you. Because now you understand, they were never trying to make you hold on to pain. They were only asking you to hold on to the love. You look around and you feel like breathing differently. The air feels clearer. The future feels softer. Something inside you says, it's okay now. It's okay to move forward. It's okay to live fully again. And you realize, this is what they've been trying to tell you all along. I'm still here. Not holding you back, but helping you rise. And now, you are rising. Not in defiance of loss, but in honor of love. Not with fear of forgetting, but with courage to remember and still grow. Not to replace what was, but to receive what is coming, a future that was shaped by their prayers, bathed in heaven's timing, and wrapped in a peace only God could design. They want you to know, before this night ends, that what is arriving in your life is sacred. It's not just for your comfort, it's for your calling. It's not just to bless you, it's to rebuild you. To make you a vessel of the kind of love you received from them. The kind that outlives death. The kind that silences fear. The kind that makes you brave enough to dream again. Because you are not just the one they loved. You are the one they chose to pray for even in heaven. And that choice is shifting your world right now, whether you feel ready or not. You are being loved into restoration. And nothing in your life will ever be the same again. You've crossed the threshold now. This isn't just healing, this is becoming. You no longer carry grief like a wound, but like a testimony. Not because the ache has disappeared, but because it has transformed. It no longer breaks you. It builds you. And the one who once loved you on earth, who now lives in heaven's embrace, is watching. Watching with a peace that only eternity knows. Watching with eyes that see not your pain, but your rise. And they are proud, not of what you've achieved, but of what you've overcome silently. The nights no one saw. The battles you never named. The prayers you prayed through clenched teeth. You never quit. And now, heaven is answering. The person you lost has become a lighthouse. Every time you felt lost, they were lighting the way. Every time you felt forgotten, they were whispering your name to God. And now, what they prayed for is happening, slowly, quietly, divinely. A new chapter is being written. One where you are not the shadow of who you used to be, but the light of what they always believed you'd become. You are not living their absence anymore. You are walking in their legacy. Their voice may be silent in this world, but its echo is building miracles in yours. You'll begin to notice something sacred, people coming into your life who carry gentleness. Conversations that feel like healing. Spaces that feel like safety. All of it was sent, not by chance, but by divine order. The soul you loved has spoken to heaven about you. And heaven responded by sending not just comfort, but alignment. They want you to know that you're not behind. You're right on time. That nothing that left your life was stronger than the future being sent into it. That you haven't missed your purpose, you've survived your preparation. And now the door opens wider. You begin to feel joy again, the kind that doesn't carry guilt. The kind that doesn't ask permission. The kind that honors the past but celebrates the present. You no longer look for signs because you are the sign. The way you love. The way you still hope. The way you carry yourself with compassion even after the storm. That's the miracle they always wanted you to become. That's the version they knew was hidden in you. And now it is shining.